Good morning, students. So, our chapter reproductive health is going on, chapter 4 and part 3. In this lecture, we'll study about medical termination of pregnancy and about sexually transmitted diseases and infertility in males and females. So, first lecture is medical termination of pregnancy. MTB means medical termination of pregnancy. It's abortion or of pregnancy before the fetus becomes viable. Government of India legalized MTB in 1971. So, period. What's MTB is comparatively safe up to 12 weeks. Means first trimester of pregnancy. It becomes more risky after the first trimester of period of pregnancy as the fetus becomes intimately associated with the maternal tissues. So after that, if MTP is done, then mother and fetus both can be damaged. So and incidents about 45 to 50 million MTPs are done in a year all over the world, which is one fifth of the total number of pregnancy in a year. The next is these are two types, spontaneous and therapeutic. Spontaneous means probably one third of all pregnancies abort spontaneously within 4 weeks of conception. In many cases, woman never knows that she has been pregnant and the abortion passes unrecognized with the menses. And then is therapeutic. A pregnancy can be legally terminated in its early stages if doctors advise that its continuation would seriously affect the health of the mother. So at present, termination is legally allowed up to 28 week of pregnancy. If the family physician and the gynecologist consider the need for abortion. Next is why medical termination of pregnancy is done. It's done to get rid of unwanted pregnancy due to casual, unprotected intercourse or don't use contraceptives, etc. And sometimes it is necessary where pregnancy can be harmful or even fatal to the mother or to the fetus or both. Significances of medical termination of pregnancy is that it helps in getting rid of unwanted pregnancies and such pregnancies which may be harmful or even fatal either to the mother or to the fetus of both. So, medical termination of pregnancy plays a significant role in decreasing the human population. So in this slide, we'll study about sexually transmitted diseases. So diseases or infections which are transmitted through sexual contact with infected person are collectively called sexually transmitted diseases. Or these are called venereal diseases or reproductive tract infections. So causative agents means pathogens are sexually transmitted diseases are usually caused by bacteria, viruses, protozoa, nematodes, ectoparasites, and fungus, etc. Mode of transmission, sexually transmitted diseases are transmitted by sexual contact with infected person, sharing of injection needles, surgical instruments, and transmission of blood from an infected mother to the fetus, etc. So, what is the cure for sexually transmitted diseases? Except HIV infection, human immunodeficiency virus infection, hepatitis B, genital herpes, all other sexually transmitted diseases are completely curable if detected early and treated properly. The common symptoms of sexually transmitted diseases are early symptoms of most of these diseases are itching, fluid discharge, swelling, slight pain, etc. So, if we don't treat them well, means consequences of delayed treatment are if properly these are not given care at a proper time, then complications such as pelvic inflammatory disease, abortions, stillbirth, ectopic pregnancies means when the pregnancy occur in the fallopian tube. It doesn't implant in the uterus, rather it gets implanted in the fallopian tube. Then the pregnancy is called ectopic pregnancy, infertility, or even cancer of reproductive tract. So, how can we prevent all these sexually transmitted diseases? For prevention, following simple principles should be used. Um, One should always use contraceptive methods, and if a person is in doubt, he she must consult a qualified doctor. If sexually transmitted diseases are detected, one should get complete treatment. So how can it be confirmatory test for sexually transmitted disease? What are the confirmatory tests are? First of all, culture and microscopic observations with specific staining. Then second is detection of specific antigen antibody using ELISA test. ELISA test is basically enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. So we'll study about this in chapter 8. And then this is DNA hybridization and polymerase chain reaction. All these terms you will be feeling that these are tough terms, but we'll be studying in next chapters in genetics and biotechnology. We'll study about DNA hybridization, polymerase chain reaction. About all these study we'll study later. In this slide, there are some reasons which why infertility in males occurs. First of all, there is cryptorchidism. It's a condition in which testes are unable to descend in scrotal sac, so the sperms are not produced. So next one is alcoholism. Alcoholism causes defective spermatogenesis. Then is thyroid dysfunction. If thyroid is not doing proper work in the body, then it can cause infertility in males. Next is impotency. And next one is Y chromosome deletions, means Y chromosome are not properly present, and then acquired infection. Acquired infections like mumps, infection of seminal vesicle, prostate gland cause poor sperm count. Next one is gonadotropin deficiency. Gonadotropin and in gonadotropin deficiency, luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone are not properly formed, so infertility in males does occur. This slide is showing that why infertility in females occurs. First of all, first point is anovulation, means no ovulation. There is no corpus luteum formation. There is oligoovulation, means deficient ovulation is there. Next one is defective growth of uterus and vagina. And next one is and implantation failure. And ectopic pregnancy. I have just in the previous slide I have told you ectopic pregnancy means when the implantation occurs in the fallopian tube, and it's very dangerous for the mother and baby itself. And next one is early miscarriages. So if early miscarriages does occur, if there is any problem that uterus is not able to implant the baby, so it will occur, early miscarriages does occur.